Hello again. So good to be with you. I wish I could see your faces. We really miss you here at CCC, but we're looking forward to the day when we get back together again, and it's going to happen. We might be all pent up in our houses right now, and some of us might actually be saying, Lord, I know I'm going to survive this season, but are we all going to survive each other inside this house? We have to be really careful during a time like this, that we make sure that everything that we say to each other are just framed with grace and with kindness. Can I just take a minute to read to you from Ephesians chapter 4 in verse 29? It says this: do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, so that it might benefit those who listen. Colossians 4:6 says this: let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. The Lord is just saying that our words need to be healthy. In other words, they create health in others and a strong sense of well being. He says they should be words of grace. In other words, not just getting into some tit for tat on how we talk to each other. If that person talks to me this way, I'm going to reflect the same attitude. He says, no, grace everything that we say. Let it be seasoned with salt. Let it be enriching. Let it be salt as a preservative. Let it be something that doesn't, cause anything to rot inside their heart, but actually causes healthiness. It's so important there, isn't it, that as we're talking to one another, that we remind ourselves that these other family members, we love them more than anyone else in the world. But let's not take that for granted. Let's just begin to talk to each other like we're best friends, because that's who we are. And we need to remind ourselves of that. As we look at this passage right here, I would also just say, during a time like this, can I speak to mom and dads? Moms and dads, just remember that. Avoid any words of fear. I want to say this: I had the advantage of being raised by missionaries who counted on the Lord for their income constantly and saw miraculous provision. Because they saw the world that way, they gave me a gift of being able to trust Him and just believe God's always going to come through. I would just tell you right now, build your family up, dads. Lead your family, lead your wives, lead your children in words of faith. God's going to see us through, because for the rest of their lives, kids are going to be living out what they caught from their parents, not what we taught them, but what we caught, living in boldness and confidence and fearlessness and speaking life-giving, preserving words of faith towards one another, and then watching the provision of the Lord come through. I pray God's blessing over you. May you not just think, but may you also speak words that are life-giving and fearless in Jesus' name. God bless you all. We are praying for you every day.